Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for your immense support so far. I'm indeed very grateful. In this video, we'll be discussing African pastors who were sent to jail for the atrocities they committed. Segun Philip. Prophet Segun Philip is the prophet of Cherubim Church, Solution Chapel, Osun State in the southwest region of Nigeria. He was sentenced to death by Justice Christiana Obadino of the Osun State High Court for the killing of a Lagos State University final year sociology student, Favour Dale Oladele. Prophet Segun Philip was sentenced alongside Favour's 23-year-old boyfriend, Owolabi Adeko, and Owolabi's 46-year-old mother, Bola Adeko. Owolabi and Favour had dated for about 1 month before he lured her under the guise of going to visit his uncle, while Owolabi, his mother, and Prophet Segun Philip had concluded plans to use her for money ritual. Favour was later killed in the Cherubim Church Solution Chapel after Owolabi hit her on the head with a pistol and her organs used for rituals, before her remains were buried in a shallow grave outside the church on the 8th of December 2019. In court, they all confessed to their crimes. The court sentenced Prophet Segun Philip and Owolabi to death by hanging for murder and 14 years imprisonment for conspiracy. The judge also sentenced Owolabi's mother, Bola, to 2 years imprisonment for eating human flesh, which was against the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Owolabi had, after his arrest, narrated how he used his girlfriend's flesh to prepare a ritual meal for money ritual called Victory Soup for himself and his mother. If you have watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed, please kindly like the video, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment. Kindly also click on the bell icon so that when I post a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you. Paul Mackenzie. Pastor Paul Mackenzie is a Kenyan pastor, author and speaker, and the founder and leader of Good News International Church, which is said to be a cult group. Some of his teachings include the idea that formal education is satanic and used to extort money from people. In 2017 and 2018, he was arrested for encouraging children not to go to school, as he alleged education was not recognized in the Bible. He has also encouraged mothers to avoid seeking medical attention during childbirth and not to vaccinate their children. His activities were investigated and found to be occultic. The church's online content features a wide range of conspiratorial and occultic images and memes. The one that broke the camel's back was when he asked his church members to starve to death. A Kenyan news media, Le Monde, published on the 10th of May 2023 that at least 133 members of Paul Mackenzie's church died of starvation, and he is said to have buried them in shallow graves in the forest. As at the 13th of June 2023, over 300 bodies were exhumed from shallow graves. The Kenyan government took up the matter, and he is presently on trial for murder, child torture, and terrorism after the demise of over 400 people. Timothy Omotoso. Timothy Oluseun Omotoso is the senior pastor of Jesus Dominion International Church based in Durban, South Africa. He is currently in jail and on trial since April 2017 at the Port Elizabeth High Court for sexual assault, rape, human trafficking, and racketeering. He is alleged to have recruited his victims and started molesting them from the age of 14. On Thursday, 20th of April 2017, the South African Priority Crime Squad (HOPS) arrested Timothy Omotoso at the Port Elizabeth International Airport. It is alleged in the 90-count charge that the accused, alongside 2 accomplices, Lusanda Sulani and Zukiswa Sito, lured young girls to his church in Durban. He once attempted to flee the country to Nigeria in order to avoid prosecution. The police arrested him while he was hiding in an airport toilet in South Africa. Timothy Omotoso recently lost his application for bail as the judge ruled that he will continue to be in jail until the end of his trial. Chukwuma Nkwocha. Pastor Chukwuma Nkwocha of the Tongue of Fire Restoration Ministry in Lagos, Nigeria, was arrested by Nigerian police officials in 2016 for allegedly camping over 30 teenage girls as sex slaves. The State Police Command confirmed the arrest. These girls were aged between 10 and 15 years, and 30 of them were rescued that year. When the girls were interviewed, they admitted that the pastor had carnal knowledge of them. The pastor at the time was quoted to have said that he only slept with 6 of the teenage girls. Many women came forward at the time to testify that he slept with them in order for them to receive miracles from God, such as chasing away their spiritual husbands and assisting them in becoming pregnant. Many of these women were married at the time. Shefat Bushiri. Prophet Shefat Bushiri is a Malawian preacher, prophet, businessman, motivational speaker, and author who runs the Enlightened Christian Gathering based in South Africa. Recall that this controversial pastor gained popularity after releasing a video that showed him walking in the air. Shefat Bushiri's former public relations manager later revealed that the walking in the air was staged. Kindly also recall that he was seen telling a man in church that he does not know his child's name, but has captured his face in the realm of the spirit. He asked for a tablet, and after some incantations, the face of a child showed on the tablet. Little did he know that his fake miracle was captured on camera, as you can see in this video. His finger is seen to have double tapped on the picture gallery of the tablet before the child's picture popped up. In 2020, Shefat Bushiri, his wife, and 2 others were on trial in South Africa for money laundering. Shefat Bushiri was also accused of stealing $6.5 million, smuggling of stolen cars from South Africa to Malawi, his home country, amongst other crimes. When trial began, Shefat Bushiri and his wife fled South Africa to Malawi to evade the court proceedings in South Africa. They, however, later returned to South Africa to continue their trial. Chukwuemeka Ezeugo. Chukwuemeka Ezeugo, popularly known as Reverend King, is a Christian preacher from Anambra State in the southeast region of Nigeria. Reverend King is the founder of the Christian Praying Assembly. He rose to worldwide prominence in 2006 following the murder of his church member Ann Uzo. Eyewitness accounts, totaling about 10, revealed that Ann Uzo was set ablaze by Reverend King because Reverend King alleged that he caught the victim committing fornication. Reverend King was subsequently sentenced to death by Justice Joseph Oyewole of the Lagos High Court Ikeja on the 11th of January 2007. This sentence was upheld by the Appeal Court and then the Supreme Court of Nigeria on the 26th of February 2016. Reverend King is also known to flog his church members found guilty of any sin. Daniel Obinim. Daniel Obinim, also known as Angel Obinim, is a minister of the International God's Way Church in the West African country of Ghana. In 2014, Angel Obinim was seen on national television stepping on the belly of a pregnant woman in a deliverance session. This led to Amnesty International in Ghana to call for his arrest and prosecution for assault. Recall that Daniel Obinim had made several public controversial declarations. He declared that he was an angel of God, which led to his name Angel Obinim. In 2016, he told his church he could transform himself and others into objects and animals. He was also quoted to have said that he had the ability to fly to heaven. In August 2016, he publicly flogged 2 teenagers, one of whom was pregnant, on live television, accusing them of fornication and conspiracy to abort a pregnancy. This led to public outcry after the video went viral on social media. Ghana's Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Nana Oye Lito, led a campaign for his arrest by lodging a complaint to the Ghana Police Service Domestic Violence and Victims Support Unit. He was subsequently arrested. Daniel Obinim has also been arrested for beating up a studio manager, sexually assaulting his church members, and for fraudulent activities. Lesego Daniel. Prophet Lesego Daniel is a South African controversial pastor of the Rabboni Center Ministries. He shot into the spotlight in 2014 after he made his church members to eat grass and drink petrol as part of his faith healing. The social media space went into pandemonium at the time. As if that was not enough, this controversial prophet brought a live snake to church and used it to minister to his church members during a church service. The prophet wrapped his pet snake around a cross made in the shape of a cobra head. He also placed the snake in the middle of the Holy Communion, which was later distributed to members to eat and drink. Lesego Daniel's members seemed to have no problems with the presence of the snake in church and ate the Holy Communion that was allegedly blessed by the snake. Recall that in the past, these prophets had made his church members to eat grass and drink petrol which he says was pineapple juice. He also emptied a can of insecticide in the eyes of a church member to prove the power of God. After videos of his atrocities went viral on social media, Lesego Daniel was eventually arrested by the South African authorities. Penuel Mnguni. Penuel Mnguni, popularly known as the Snake Pastor, is a controversial South African pastor of the End Time Disciples Ministry, who is always known for asking his church members to do strange things such as swallowing live snakes, which he says he had converted to chocolates. Pictures of him feeding his church members with snakes in South Africa as a purported demonstration of God's power had gone viral across the globe, making headlines in newspapers and online platforms. Pastor Mnguni had also fed his church members with live rats, clothes, and grass, locked someone up in a deep freezer for over 30 minutes, and asked some people to remove their clothes during a church service. He was even said to have driven a car over some of his church members. Penuel Mnguni was arrested in 2015 for his atrocities and faced condemnation from both human and animal rights groups. When he was released, he claimed to have been delivered in June 2017 by Prophet TB Joshua of the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos in the southwest region of Nigeria. Ezekiel Odeko. Pastor Ezekiel Odeko is a Kenyan televangelist and the head of the New Life Prayer Center and Church. It was discovered on the 26th of April 2023 by Kenyan authorities that Pastor Ezekiel Odeko was associated with the Malindi cult group and its leader, Paul Mackenzie, who was also facing trial for mass murder of his church members. It was announced on the 30th of April 2023 by the Red Cross Society in Kenya that more than 400 people had died. Following the overwhelming evidence against him, Ezekiel Odeko was arrested on the 27th of April 2023 and his church shut down. On the 28th of April 2023, Ezekiel Odeko was charged with mass killings of his church members for occultic purposes, many of which were buried in shallow graves. According to Kenyan authorities, Ezekiel Odeko has a private mortuary, and some of his followers were buried in shallow graves in a forest near his church. He admitted in court on the 29th of April 2023 that 15 sick people who came for prayers had died in his church. After his arrest, his church was, however, permanently deregistered from the lists of churches in Kenya. Thank you very much for watching this video till the end. I'm indeed very grateful. Please kindly like the video, subscribe to my channel, and tell me how you feel about this video. Kindly click on the bell icon so that when I post a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. You can also watch any of my other videos by clicking on any of the links on the screen before they disappear. You may kindly share this video if you can. Until my next video, stay blessed.